You know how embarrassing it is to realize I've been for like 5 minutes and I've been here the whole time? Can you tell I'm bad at this? Oh my god. This is the most embarrassing thing ever. I feel like I need to cancel them. Thank you for pointing it out to me, Mikey. Oh my god, that sucks. That's the dumbest shit. Well, to update you, I made some dumb jokes about the other races, decided I was a hobbit, and I chose the minstrel class because he's going to carry a lute around. So these dumb jokes that I made. I can't believe it. So it looks like I've got sub-races here. Do these have any bearing on my game statistics? I mean, I would assume so. Why else would you make sub-races in the game? So these guys love trees, woodlands. They're the first hobbits to come to the Shire. They tend to be fairer of skin and hair as well as tall. I don't want to be tall. I want to be as short and round as possible. That's my goal. If I can make a spherical halfling, then I will be content. That is all that I want out of this, is a spherical halfling. Harfoots are the most prodigious. And they were the first to cross west into Everweld. They generally tend to be browner than the other kindreds, as well as smaller and shorter. That sounds about where I want to head. I basically want to make the opposite of me, as far as like size and stature, because this is a fantasy game, so I don't want it to be like real life. So the Stewards here, they were the last of the Hobbit kindreds to come to the Shire, settling the eastern marshlands that became known as the Marsh. They're very creative, I see. They generally tend to be heavier and broader. Okay. Smaller and shorter, or heavy and broad. I feel like broad and heavy is going to get me close to spherical. So let's do this. I love MMO character creation. Oh god. That was a drastic change between those two. Keep track of the number 13. I like the way that face looks. Back to the top. 13 is the winner here. Clear winner. Hairstyle. Oh god, what is this? It looks like he's about to take flight. He's got airplane wings. These are some pretty typical MMO styles, I think. I like the little Clark Kent swoop that he's got going on. Yes, I can't access the options yet because I don't have a character. If I can, no, I don't want to put Lord of the Rings on options. Mikey, I just needed you to come and direct me. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. Is that better? This looks so lonely. Okay, let's dive in. Let's pick up where we left off. That's nice that it saves progress for me. Hopefully that's better. Let me know if it's too quiet, but I think that's probably decent. Wow, I'm a fan of that. Whoa! No, that's kind of like my hair. Oh! I could be a little emo boy. Okay, I like this or this. 2 or 3. Mikey, what's your vote? 2 here? Or, oh, I did the eyes. Or 3 here with the airplane wings. What do you think? I'm going to do one of those two. And I will let you choose, my friend. because I am at an impasse. You're 11-3. Okay, I'll stick with the airplane wings. We'll do that. It's like that old show. I think it's in the Thomas the Train verse. But that airplane with like the human face on the front of it, that's got to be Thomas the Train verse, right? That is basically what I'm shooting for here. Okay, let's dive into the eyes here. This is basically the same. It's just wrinkles around his eyes. But I want a wrinkle-free boy. This boy is young at heart and free of wrinkles. So we'll go with number 1 on that option. Eyebrows. The lack of unibrow is upsetting, so let's go with these really hairy ones. Mouth. Just the color up. I was expecting it to be like shape. It's not really. So I guess let's go. He's a little pink, little rosy lips. He just got done on an apple or something. Details. This is really ambiguous as to what this could allude to. Okay, so it's like a mole and scars. Freckles. We're gonna go freckled boy. He is a freckled boy. He went from looking kind of old to now he just looks like a child. Like I said, young at heart and young in the cheeks, it appears. So you get blue or brown, not really, or black. This is an odd selection. Let's go blue. Bright baby blues for this sweet baby boy. Pick a color. Okay. I think it's gotta be like as pale as we can get, because he's never touched a lick of sunlight before. Come on. Work with me here. There we go. We'll stick with that. Hair color. They don't really let you get very adventurous here. I like that. Does he have Carl Weezer vibes? I wish I could get more red. He's definitely got Carl Weezer vibes, doesn't he? Body type. Is one of them a sphere? Whoa! I hate all of this. I love old MMOs. No other game lets you do this. I want him to be perfectly spherical, so gotta go with the pear. Okay, we'll roll with this. Oh god, look at what it did to his arms. It looks like they put his forearms in a hydraulic press. Oh god. Okay, we'll roll with that. And of course I cannot create the character without a name. I'm gonna take a wild shot with this. Funky. Oh, I can't do spaces. I was gonna do Funky Bumstink, but it doesn't work. Let's try Funky. Is it gonna let me do Funky? That name is taken. Of course it is. It's a good ass name. Funky. You don't have Mikey, off the top of your head, you don't remember the name of the airplane from Thomas the Train, do you? I think that would be a good name for him. Let's see. I feel calm probably though. Yep. Put a capital in the middle of it. They, we'll just Funky Bumstink, one word. AJ the airplane. AJ. I gotta be taken. Yeah, 100%. Funky Bumstink. Is he gonna let me do it? Would not be appropriate. Which part of it is not appropriate? AJ the airplane. Okay, AJ the airplane it is. A hobbit minstrel. A pear-shaped boy with broken bones. Again, I don't know what happened to his arms. That seems wrong. But let's... Oh, look at how it glistens. It's time to enter Middle-earth, my friends. Let us venture. Well, that was anticlimactic. We'll just... It's thinking, I'm sure. Middle-earth is just so vast and so wonderful. Join the Latro community. Check out the forums and get involved. So I think it's made by the same people who did Dungeons & Dragons Online, which I spent a decent amount of time playing. I didn't get super into it. But I think it's made by the same people. It definitely looks like it. The aesthetic looks very Dungeons & Dragons Online. And I kind of wanted to get back into DDO, but I've been playing like exclusively 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. DDO is based on 4th edition, I think.
Nighttime stroll in the Shire.
Oh god, there's a voice.
There's a certain unpleasant feeling lingering about. Something on the air is strange tonight. Perhaps it is only the unseasonable chill or the great darkness of this particular evening. But surely it is nothing noteworthy, for this is the Shire.
Yeah,
and it is rare indeed for any evil to touch this land.
So there is an unpleasant feeling lurking about. Are you sure it is not? Is the unpleasant feeling located in my ungodly skinny forearms? So you move by moving. That seems okay. Good. I've got that down. He was a little slidey here, which is interesting. Scroll wheel zooms in, but that's as far as I go out. Move your camera. Yep, pretty standard fare. I have a lot of abilities for being level 1. Hopefully it will tell me what they all do at some point. So let's let AJ move. Quests. Rings. Characters and objects will offer quests. Right-click on them to receive or advance a quest. Blue rings says the NPC has helpful reminders. Epic story quests will be on fire. Okay, cool. Looting. You can loot them by right-clicking. Okay, sure. Bounder Buffin.
Ho there! What's your business on the road?
Oh, I thought it was fully voice acted. Who goes there? What is your business on the road? I'm a bounder. Answer me at once. That means nothing to me, man. The Hobbit is startled, but the alarm on his face melts into relief when he sees your sweet, freckled baby face. Oh, thank goodness, a Hobbit. I'm awfully sorry. I just had a bit of a scare. Something doesn't feel right tonight. Tell me about it, man. My arms are spaghetti noodles. I'm sorry to scare you. There's an odd chill in the air. Very strange. Do you feel it? We'll both feel safer if you come along with me. Do you know how to fight, AJ the Airplane? You just need a weapon of some sort. That feels like a good first step in fighting. Here's the satchel I dropped when you started. How did it get all the way over here?
You should loot it for yourself, then equip it to use it.
Okay. You have obtained an item. Any items you obtain will be contained within your inventory. You can access your inventory via the interface at the bottom of the screen or by using the designated hotkey I. Mage Centron says you can change the resolution to make it full screen. Thank you. I will do that. After I loot this knife. Knife has been looted. Let me dive in. I wasn't sure if people wanted to see me digging through the settings, but let's do it. So, resolution. Where is 1920, 1080? Oh, do you wish to keep the new settings? Hell yeah, I want to keep the new settings. This is better. But, my boy... Okay, he's still pear-shaped. That's better. That's way better. Thank you, Mage. What would I do without you? Bounder Boffin.
Be sure to equip your weapon before
Have you equipped
we
it
have
yet?
it.
No, I haven't.
We
Oh, and
ought
you
to
can
test
change the
your
size of
skill
your
in
UI
battle.
and elements. Yeah, that would be good, because this text is like the small... Is that me? Do I just have bad eyesight, or is this text like the smallest that you've ever seen? I feel really old looking at it. First I gotta put on this knife. Okay, I did it. What did I have on? I had a weak mace. Okay.
Be
I'm with
sure
it.
to equip your weapon
Have you
before
equipped
we
it,
have
AJ
at
the
it.
airplane? I think
We
I
ought
did.
to test your skill in battle.
I thought I
Try
did it,
coming
man.
at me.
Oh, now I gotta fight him. Okay, try coming at me. You asked for it. Right-click an enemy to auto-attack. Your skills are in the quick bar. Using these skills will greatly assist you. Okay, yeah, that tracks. Move stuff around by undocking things with control and slash. Got it. Go into the UI settings. I don't know what these do. Scroll all the way down and there will be sliders that increase the size of everything. That is fantastic. I guess I gotta fight down first. Boost your tactical damage. Okay. I've proven that I can fight.
Did you hear something? There, down the road. Who could that be?
Oh my god, celebrities. You ate my loaf of bread. Oh my god. No, Sam, don't be stingy. I know you have another. Let's have it here. Poor Sam. You'll never have a peaceful meal again. Hello, who's this? When does this game take place? I don't know. I don't know the timeline on this. Is this after Lord of the Rings? And here are my fellow travelers, Sam Gamgee and Peregrine Took. I've never seen so many hobbits out of bed, and on such a strange night. Strange? Hush, Pippin, what do you mean strange? Have you seen anything odd along the way? Oh, something's scaring me. We gotta get off the road. At once, he says, while we all stand still. Oh, I am physically unable to get off the road, Mr. Frodo. Oh god, that looks bad. I should stop. Okay, if you say so, I'll stay. Where's Mr. Baggins? There are no Bagginses in these parts, sir. That's what I was gonna say. Little fools. You'll be dealt with later.
Gracious me! Did you see that?
Let's get out of here. Odo's farm. I'll get this door open. We can cut through. Got it. Would you hold on for a moment, Bounderboffin? I need to adjust. I need to adjust my UI settings. But if you keep running all over the place, you just taught me how to fight, man. I have never fought a guy before. Okay, let's do this. So go to UI settings. Scroll all the way down. And there will be sliders that can increase the size of everything. Okay. Class ability bars. I don't know, let's bump it up there. Accept. Did it change anything? Never did. Because a Nazgul showed up looking for Baggins, that means it's 17 years after Bilbo's 111th birthday, and Gandalf has returned to tell the hobbits to start making their way to the inn of the Prancing Pony and Grief. Okay. Class ability bars aren't on the screen. Okay. I assumed that was this. You want your quest tracker. Quest tracker. Yep, that's a good one. How did I... And your toolbar, that's what it's called. Gotcha. Are these in alphabetical order? Oh my god, that's so much better. So it was Control slash to unlock. Is that just the ability bars, or can I move the quest? Because I would like it further to the right. I don't know if they move over that direction. Control Flash. Unlock everything. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Quest tracker. Well, it says I'm going to be in the way of alerts. That's fine. I guess I can go there. I don't know what that is. Right there. I would like that to go in. Basically, just be World of Warcraft, please. And then I'll know how to work. Okay, let's read these. Raise my spirit, quickly heals morale. Okay. Is that what my health is? Is that what they call the green bar? Is that morale? Minor ballad, boost tactical damage and harms your foe. Ballads unlock anthems and codas. Okay. Coda of Fury, so I'm seeing my rotation here a bit. A finishing skill that deals enormous damage, requires 3 ballad buffs. The anthems add enhanced effect. This is a major ballad. Boosts healing capability while damaging the foe. Dissonant stance. Your charismatic speech drives fear in. You lose access to fellowship heals and normal heals become self-only. Echoes of Battle becomes timeless. Major Ballad becomes an offensive ballad. Okay, that's a lot of text. Melody Stance, a neutral stance, focused on neither healing nor harming, but offers the ability to do both. Okay. So these seem like dungeon abilities. This one here seems PvE. This one seems like maybe something if I'm in a dungeon. Resonance is a healing stance. Yeah, so that seems good. And then Dissonant Strike is a melee attack, which I have a knife now. So I would like to redo these. So I want my ballads first, because I got to stack my ballad buffs to get my codas. That seems like maybe one that should go up front. And then I want my stances to be back over here, because I'm not going to switch between them a whole lot. And then let's put the heals there. So that feels right. So this is a melee strike. This is a song that makes me hurt. This is a song that makes me heal. This thing, I gotta do a few ballads and it does hella damage, and this heals me. So I think I've got it. Lock your quick slot bar so you don't accidentally drag your buttons. Oh, I thought it was like World of Warcraft where you have to hold shift to drag them. I was holding shift during that. Thank you for being my guide through this. I'm not very... Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. But let's fight these spiders now. I've had enough reading. So let's punch that guy with that. Let's sing a little song to myself. Let's do it again. Do they stack? Yeah, they do. Sick. So let's do that. Requires ballad buffs. Let's do the coda. Boom. Enormous... Was that enormous damage? I guess so. Experience. When you defeat enemies, yeah, okay, that's pretty standard. Okay. You want to turn? What's your aggro range? Is this just a peaceful spider? Let's get him. Not peaceful much longer. Fuck spiders. All my homies hate spiders. Devastated. He heard me. The game has real-time audio tracking. I'm sorry, I did not mean to devastate you, Mr. Spider. Get him! Yeah! Spiders don't have loot. I guess, like, technically that makes sense. I hate spiders. Well, don't worry, Founder Boffin, because they dead as hell.
Let's press on now.
Well done, AJ the Airplane. Let's press on. You got it, man. You know something about the world of Middle-earth. Yeah. I love Lord of the Rings. I've read The Hobbit probably a million times. And then I've read the Lord of the Rings trilogy all the way through once, and I've seen the movies a million times too. So I'm not like an expert by any means, but I do enjoy Lord of the Rings quite a bit. I'll hew the webs. Will I protect you? Yes, this is pretty standard MMO fare. He's gonna punch a thing. Now I'm gonna kill the dudes for a set amount of time. And there's really not a way to lose. Because that's how MMOs work. I'm in Buckland. After the Hobbits cross the Brandywine River. Okay, cool. So this is like kind of concurrent. I've been dying for an adaptation to Silmarillion. Me too. I would love to see more of those works explored, like Unfinished Tales and all that. I would love to see more of that. I'm really excited for the Amazon Prime show. Especially because a while back I saw an article where they talked about the budget for it, and it's going to be like on par with Game of Thrones budget-wise, which is really cool. Okay. I like that it kind of plays music in the background while I do this. I'm not sure if that's my class abilities or if that little like doo-doo-doo-doo is a thing that always happens, but okay.
I think we're almost safe.
We're close now, AJ the airplane. Odo's farm will get us safe to the road, and from there we can get to the nearest town, hopefully without encountering any spiders or worse. Yeah, the Silmarillion would be hard to film. I haven't read it personally because it's really long and Tolkien is very winded, but be sure to pay attention to these events. Okay. Silmarillion would work as a TV show, very long TV show with different casts. Kind of like an anthology show, like how Star Wars: The Clone Wars was always meant to be. I mean, Star Wars: The Clone Wars is an anthology show, but I bet with Silmarillion you could get even more kind of into that, like, rotating cast and dive into it. I think it'd be cool. There's spiders. Oh god! These guys are way taller than I am. You'll not be getting away from us. You'll be coming to the Archit. The rider will decide your fate. The problem is the Silmarillion skips ahead. It spans thousands of years and basically ends with the whole world being more or less destroyed. Your Mr. Baggins is wanted by someone who's lending us great aid in exchange for finding him. Oh! That guy kicked my shit in. Control left click any item in inventory. Oh, it loaded too quick. That was the first time I think I've ever said that. The Black Wolves, thanks to your Baggins. You do a little Elmon dance. Whoa, who's that guy?
Hobbits seem to turn up in the most unlikely places.
Oh, Aragorn! Are there any other hobbits waiting? No, Mr. Ranger. Just me, AJ the airplane. You should speak with your grim-looking rescuer. That seems like a good idea. I probably should do that.
Come along. We are not safe just yet.
Will someone please get Viggo Mortensen to read just this first sentence to me? Come, AJ the airplane. If you could get Viggo Mortensen to read that to me, I will be happy. Yeah, I hear you. Devolving into exposition dumps. I mean, that's basically what the Silmarillion is, right? That's basically what Tolkien's works are giant exposition dumps. I love Tolkien. But he's very long-winded. I mean, but you have to appreciate his dedication to building his world. Follow Strider. Well, that I can do. Doors... Oh, I went through before I read it. Okay, walk through door. Cool. fast. Oh, I'm stuck in fear again. Oh, no, thank God. Enough. This is not the end, Dundon.
Come, hobbits. It is safe now.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he is dead. Was that a loot sign? No, I thought I saw that turn into gold coins. Strider says,
This was
"Stay
a
close
dire
to me,
turn
AJ
of
the airplane.
events.
We must get Amdir to safety. It is to the Archit. It is to Archit we must flee. Bounder Boffin, you should go back to the Shire. Its bounds must be kept safe. Gillandine, Mundo, come with me. I worry for Mundo's safety when all the wicked folk of the west of the Greenway are searching for Baggins. Alas, that my true charge must wait. Finish now.
Wounded by a Black Rider,
Whoa.
the Ranger Umdir escaped with his charges into the wild, making his way back to the village of Archet.
There, Captain Brackenbrook, a retired sellsword, has allowed Strider and his companions to stay and take respite from their cares.
Cool. Click on the ring next to quest to bring up that quest. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I kind of like how they're popping the characters in. It's always cool to see in these like games based on IPs. Like everyone wants to see those important characters. So I like how they're implemented here. There are dynamic layers of the area. If you would like to transfer to the same layer as another player, join a fellowship. Okay, I guess that seems cool. Is that like stories? As scary as Morgoth would be, how do you make him scarier than Sauron? They already presented Sauron as a sort of demigod, so you'd have to ratchet up the threat. Yeah, I mean, that does seem kind of hard to do. I'm not super well versed in the goings-on of the Silmarillion, but from what I know of it, I totally agree with what you're saying. It does seem like it would be kind of difficult to adapt into a screenplay, especially with what we have so far. Would you rather see adaptations of Tolkien's other Middle-earth works, or would you rather see original stories? Like, if you could only have adaptations or original stories in Middle-earth, which one would you choose?
Thank goodness you're awake. That fellow Amdir seems very
Cylindine
ill.
says, "You are awake." AJ the airplane, thank goodness you were exhausted after what happened last night. But that ranger got us all safe to Archet in the end. I'm terribly worried for his friend. Amdir looks so very ill. You can check on him if you'd like. He's just over there to the west of where I am standing. Do you see him there? Across the lane. Which way? Yes, I do see him. The quest guide system will help point you to the general area. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I didn't read it. Do I have the quest guide system on? I don't know. Luckily, I see him over here. You're awake at last, AJ. Your rest. For you fought bravely last night. As for myself, I found no peace in slumber. The blade of the Black Rider pierced only my shoulder, though not deeply. I am chilled, but it is no matter. Thank you for your concerns, but it is Strider for whom I fear. He is charged with a great task. He tarries for my sake, and for Archet's. He is well, but he is deathly pale and trembles with chill. Look not to me, but not to... Oh, when it said those symbol was going to mean information, I thought it was going to be something a little more...
There are
helpful
too many
than that.
deeds to be done, all pressing. And
Hail,
none
AJ the
easy.
airplane. Amdir is right. I am torn asunder. I do not wish to leave him in this state, and Archit must be warned that the Black Wolves mean to raid the town. But I should be seeking a different Baggins right now. I'll select the one that's not red. I assume it's the only one I can wear.
Perhaps you can help, my friend. Captain Brackenbrook will not heed my warnings.
The same problem as how do you do Galactus? How do you do the gods? How do you picture the Valar and make them more powerful? You can match Galadriel. And then you hit what I call the Hollywood boss dilemma. If you don't make the Valar just giant dudes walking around squishing people underfoot, what then? Do you make them a cloud like they made Galactus in the Fantastic Four movie? Do you do a blue sky beam like every other Hollywood movie? Don't even get me started on Fantastic Four's Galactus. That was the dumbest shit. I know that Galactus is kind of goofy, is this big guy with this pointy helmet, but I feel like there's so much more to be done with him. I really hope that we see Galactus come back in the MCU. I know what you're saying about it being kind of hard to do someone so powerful after Thanos, because where do you go from there? And I mean, I guess like all you can do is maybe instead of creating greater threats, you just put more obstacles in front of the heroes. So instead of making someone more powerful than Thanos, maybe you just put more holds and restrictions on the heroes. Like maybe they lose their powers or something, so they have to overcome that. Like obviously I don't expect them to do that for any like extended period of time, but I think that's kind of how you have to look at it, how you go about it. You know, weaken the heroes, because you can't necessarily strengthen the villains, because you can only get so powerful, at least like to a point that our weak, mushy human brains can understand. We can't comprehend anything too exceptionally powerful because our human power has its own limits. So, you know, we can't necessarily comprehend a whole ton outside of those. But what we can understand is being weak and things getting in our way and preventing us from doing what we want to do. So instead of cranking up the power on the villains, crank back the power on the heroes and make them struggle more. And then I think it won't necessarily matter if it tops the villains or the stories that were done before. I think just putting that kind of fresh spin on it would maybe be enough. But I think with something like the Silmarillion, well, exactly, and that's what I was just about to say. I don't know if that would work for Lord of the Rings, especially if we were sticking with adaptations, because that kind of ruins what they've established before. I think it works for the MCU because the MCU is not necessarily directly adapting the source material; it's taking liberties with it. And with something like the comic book movies, you kind of have to because of how they're done and presented. But with something like Lord of the Rings, any of this Middle Earth stuff, I think people they don't want to see it. They don't want to see the liberties taken with it. So I totally agree with you. With Lord of the Rings, I don't think that's necessarily the option. Because, like you said, it is supposed to be epic. And that's why I think, as far as Middle Earth is concerned, it should be more original stories. And maybe, like, if we do that, you know, we're not following super powerful people. We can cut back and we can follow more average people, more of those people who won't have powers. And then the conflict doesn't have to be as large scale as Sauron once you start telling kind of smaller, more individualized, small scale stories. Like Star Wars, what they're doing right now with their shows like The Mandalorian and Bad Batch that just started up, they're smaller scale, and they're not like galaxy-wide conflict. It's small stories centered around a group of people. And in that instance, I don't think that adapting something like the Silmarillion or Unfinished Tales, I don't think those kind of adaptations would work very well for screen for that reason. But if we started telling original stories about Lord of the Rings. You could do, you could pick anybody in Middle Earth and have them find their own reason to go out on a journey. Sort of like how Bilbo and Frodo started, and obviously got wrapped into something bigger. But you're able to tell those kind of smaller scale stories if you step back from the source material, and I think that might be the route that we'll have to go. Even if it is unfortunate that we won't see the Silmarillion on screen, it's probably for the best, because like you were saying, with how they would have to change those villains into just a shell of how they're represented in the books, it wouldn't be worth it to see them on screen. Like, as much as you would want to be, as much as you would want to see them or hope that you could see them, it would just, adapting it would just take out the magic. And yeah, Mikey, I think you're right. I think it is going to be an original story. Obviously, it's something that's been mentioned in the history before, but that doesn't have a lot of like book source behind it. So it'll be really cool to see them step into that new realm of storytelling. I'm pretty excited for it. Okay. So here it looks like Aragorn is asking me for help. Lil old me, Lil AJ the Airplane. Perhaps you can help, AJ the Airplane. The people of Archet will be in great danger when the Black Wolves execute the plan we witnessed last night. The captain here, a man named Brackenbrook, does not like my look, and will not heed my warnings. Pray speak to him on my behalf. See if you can rouse him. Every moment I spend here is a moment in which my charge plunges blindly near to unfathomable peril. That sounds like Frodo. The Black Rider you saw last night seeks a Baggins, and our friend Mundo is not the one. I've heard the Amazon show is going to be mostly new dialogue and situations, but set at the beginning of the Second Age, so we're talking Numenor, Beleriand, Lindon, etc. Part of me is hoping the show exists in a separate canon from the Peter Jackson trilogy. That was going to be another thing that I suggested, was if you're worried about like the power levels and continuing from where the movies left off, taking it into another universe, like its own canon. And I think like when people first started talking about a Lord of the Rings show, I think that was what maybe the original plan was, or at least people's initial ideas of it were going to be, was that it was going to be a retelling of Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I think it is going to share the Peter Jackson universe, because you just have more options in that sense, like for MCU style crossovers. Like all of a sudden, you know, you're telling your original story set in the Peter Jackson universe, and even though it is centuries before, all of a sudden one of them has a flash forward vision, and it's Ian McKellen, you know, and those kind of crossovers are going to make people go nuts. So I think it makes, like, from a business standpoint, it makes sense to have it be the same universe. But it would have been cooler and probably a bit freeing if they could have done their own.
I don't like the look
Captain
of those Rangers one bit.
Brackenbrook says to me, "Did you wander in here last night with those Rangers? I do not like the look of those fellows one bit, but I let them stay on account of the Pale One's wounds. You say the Black Wolves mean to attack us, but I do not believe it. Not without proof. Those brigands have always been about. They are an unruly lot, but not murderous. I'll not be attacking them without good reason. If you must, talk to the folks around town, get their opinions. If they're on your side, I'll consider the Rangers' warnings." So I need to go around town and ask people if they want to pick a fight with their neighbors. Whoa, this guy's got a sick cape. Kind of wish I had a sick cape. Did I lose it? What do I have here? A quilted shirt. Light armor, item level 5, 159. Okay, so obviously I want the threadbare cloth. Cool. And that's my old mace. That makes me slow. I've opened the character panel. Yeah, I did it on purpose. Okay, cool. What's next? What are these green explanation points? Are those these guys? Did that just tell me there's merchants
What do you need?
here? What I need is to not give you any money, Hodor. I should see your capes. I don't know if I want to. They make me jealous. There's just a little pear-shaped capeless boy with noodle arms. Them Blackwolves ain't done nothing. Oh. Kate's
Why are you
words went away.
bothering
If
me?
Captain Brackenbrook says we're safe, then we're safe. He always does a fine job protecting the village. Why would the Blackwold Wanderers suddenly attack us now? She believes Archid is safe. Well, cool. You do enough instances and skirmishes, you'll earn plenty of marks to buy cosmetics. Oh, they're cosmetics. Interesting. Townsperson. Oh, he's busking. Can I give him a tip? Slash tip. Nope. Okay. Slash dance. This isn't dancing. This is just clapping. They don't know how to dance in the Shire? I don't believe that for a second. Why do I have shoes on? I'm a hobbit. This cannot be. This cannot stand. Padded shoes, get them off. Oh, there they are. There are those hairy hobbit feet. Oh, there are 3 dance emotes? Okay. Well, I can't wait to unlock more. Because this guy is not jamming. AJ the airplane is supposed to be a minstrel and he doesn't even know how to dance. Is the clap emote different? Okay, it's different. I'll give it that. I appreciate that. Let's give him a little kiss goodbye. Say good luck, townsperson. And let's go find the rest of these people we're supposed to talk to. I think, how the hell does this map work? There we go. There's someone down here that needs a little talking to. Constable Thistlewool. Why should I trust a stranger over our captain? He's always let us all right. Okay, so I get where this is going. Everyone is going to agree with Captain Brackenbrook, and then we're going to get attacked. You think the Blackwolves mean to attack us? Don't be absurd. They harbor no love for us, but they haven't a leader. And they fight more among themselves than they do with outsiders. They couldn't raid a squirrel's nest. Okay. So Constable Thistlewood thinks it's cool. Is R auto run? It is not. Is Numlock auto run? It is. Perfect. How do I get over to that area of town? I think I need to go here. Around this way. Yeah, there we go. I've been here before. I've been to Archit. How are you liking the Bad Batch so far? I love it. Honestly, I wasn't super excited for the Bad Batch when it was first announced because I thought that, you know, as much as I love the Clone Wars, I thought that, like, between Clone Wars Season 7 and the 6 seasons prior, like, I felt like we had kind of seen Clone Wars. I was kind of Clone Wars out for the moment. But the first 2 episodes of Bad Batch have completely changed my mind on that. I absolutely love it. It's awesome. I loved the first episode. I loved having 75 minutes for an episode. It felt just like watching a movie. I like the Bad Batch a lot more now than I did in Season 7 of Clone Wars. I was not really that impressed with them, especially Wrecker. I thought he kind of sucked as a character, but honestly, with them now being the focus instead of like in Season 7 of Clone Wars, they were treated like a spectacle instead of characters. Like, it was like, oh, look at these cool, wacky clones. So they weren't super exciting to see on screen because they were trying to get you so hard to like them and be wowed by them. I think letting them have their own show and just be characters is way cooler, and it's helping me appreciate them a lot more. And I really like the Clone Wars deep cuts that we've been getting. Like, I guess I don't want to spoil episode 2, but episode 2 has a really awesome Clone Wars character come back. And that's really cool to see how it ties into those things that if we were following a story about the Jedi, you know, it wouldn't really be that big a deal. But because these are clones, the issues that we're able to dive into are really cool and kind of unique to this show. It's things that they wouldn't be able to focus on with other characters because they wouldn't make as much sense if other characters were as concerned about them as the Bad Batch are.
What do you need?
I see your friend is wounded, and I hope it was not the Black Wolves that did it to him. I truly trust Captain Brackenbrook, for he has always kept us safe. I won't argue with the captain, but I will help the injured. Okay? Thank you. I suppose we'd appreciate that. Is that little arrow? What does that say? Comb? Wait, there's nothing over there. I can't. Oh, it's Strider. Okay, I talked to everybody I needed to. Hey, Strider, everyone thought your idea was shit. So, do we need to stick around and help these people, or they said they didn't want it, so do we just go? I love seeing Kanan. Yeah, me too. As soon as I saw Master Balaba, I was like, oh my god, I know it's coming.
It is an enormous task
and,
to convince them.
It was really cool because I read the. I don't know if you read the Kanan mini-series that they did through Marvel Comics a few years ago. It was probably while I was a senior in high school, so it was probably close to 4 years ago now that they did that mini-series. But they did a comic series about Kanan, like after Order 66 and moving forward. And it was cool to see that sort of adapted. He meets Hera. I mean, it's probably close to 10 or 12 years after that. There is a book about it, about his meeting with Hera. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got Kanan and Hera on the cover of it, and it's a story of Kanan basically helping these miners that have been taken over by the Empire, and he ends up meeting Hera in that story, and it's like a prequel to Rebels almost. But yeah, that book, I think it talks about him meeting Hera in it, if I remember correctly, but the comic miniseries does not discuss it. The comic miniseries is like when he's a kid, when he's a teenager. It's like pretty much it starts with Order 66 and then goes on from there, and he doesn't get much older in it. It's kind of like the immediate after what happened. So the show kind of expands on it a little bit. Obviously the comic series did not talk about him getting chased by the Bad Batch, because they weren't around yet outside of the unfinished Clone Wars episodes. But it is cool because they're like on the same planet and everything, so it's kind of cool to see that moment from the comics get expanded in a visual format. Strider says, alas for peaceful folk everywhere. It is an enormous task to convince them that evil people with evil intentions will commit evil deeds. It seems that I cannot leave yet. Amdir needs my help, and I have pressing work to do in Archer to get these people ready for the impending storm. If you help me, perhaps I can leave before tonight. Well, okay.
Before you try to fight them, you must learn what skills you may from the trainer.
Feel free to ask anything you like about the game. This is one of the most detailed recreations of Middle-earth in history. 78,000 square miles of game world, and you can increase the size of the text at the bottom of the text box. Oh, is that what these little symbols are? Oh my god. Okay, that's too big. That makes me look like an old person. But this is so much better. Could you tell that I was squinting the whole time I was reading that? Yeah, this is so much better. Thank you for that. There is so much to do, and you are new to this world of danger. You got that right. I just picked up a knife like 6 hours ago. As long as you wish to help Archit, it is the most important thing that you hone your skills as a minstrel. I'd like you to assist me, but I wish to make sure you are ready for the evil trials you will face. I wish to be ready too. Talk to the trainer, okay? Which of these little arrows denotes which way I need to go to the quest? That's hope, so I don't think that's it. That opens up my world map. That's a stable master. What does that say? Toggle wallet? Is that red arrow my quest? I don't think so. It says combo. Ooh, is that it? Intro. Yes, it is. That's it. Yeah, I see it. It is a myth that jumping in MMOs makes you go faster, but it is a myth that I choose to believe. Tolman Gardner, minstrel trainer. He's got a drum. Do I get an instrument too? I can't wait till they put an instrument in my hand. Got a skedaddle. Mikey, thanks for stopping by. It was great chatting with you. Yeah, thanks, man. It means a lot to have you here.
Could I take a moment of your time?
All right. Whoa, okay, he's probably the chattiest guy I've met so far. A good day to you. I'm pleased to find another minstrel here in Archet. I should be happy to share what skills I have with you. First, though, I will give you some small advice, if you are willing to lend an ear to it. As you may already know, a minstrel possesses a great power, the power to stir the spirit and raise hope when all seems lost. When the spirit is roused, the body soon follows. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. A good minstrel heals themselves and their fellows, staving off even the most dire wounds. Well, it'd be real nice if we had one of those to heal deer. Wouldn't it? Demonstrate your mastery by entering combat with a training dummy and then using the skill Major Ballad. Hint: minstrel ballads. Minstrels use ballads to attack their enemies, lightly heal their fellows, and empower themselves. These skills operate on a rotating system that allows the minstrel to have 3 special buffs on themselves at any time. After the third buff is applied, the next buff played will overwrite the first and the second and so on. Okay, yep, that tracks. That all makes sense to me. Talk to the minstrel trainer. Do I've got more to do? Whoa! Did not know that's what that did. Manage your quests in your quest log. Adding and removing quests. You can also open your log by clicking the ring icon. Find fellowship. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Where the hell's a training dummy? I can hear people talk. Okay, right there. Got it. You've discovered an open tapping monster. Anyone can help kill the monster, and everyone who helps will get credit. Join the fray, collect your reward. Okay, sick. That's not my ballad. That's the wrong button. There's ballad, though. Dude, I'm gonna sing at you so hard. You've used Major Ballad. Oh, that's weird. What is up? Hey, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that.
Hello there.
Well done, AJ the Airplane. Make sure you visit a trainer often as you advance in your role. As you grow, you will find trainers have important tasks and bits of wisdom. Well, if there's one thing I love more than tasks, it's bits of wisdom. A tarnished blade or a tarnished dagger. Is the blade like two-handed or something? Nope, it's one-handed sword. Wield, your parry chance is slightly increased. 1% auto attack critical hit chance. So one is a little more defensive and the other one a little more attacky. And then I get my loot. Thank God. I'm going to play all the little ditties. Let's go with the blade, I suppose. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be a blader or a knifer. But we'll do the blade. Let's go ahead and throw this on. What do I got? I've got some gloves. How can I compare to what I have equipped? In World of Warcraft, if you hold shift, it shows you. That's not how it works. So let's put on... Oh, it's because I didn't have anything on. Yep. Okay, it is shift. I was right. I don't need that. That quilted shirt is balls. I'm not going to wear shoes ever because I'm a hobbit. Can I put on the loot? I can put on the loot. Okay. And then we'll put on this sword. What does the loot do? Is it just... It's a rumor that hobbits never wear shoes. Store hobbits that live along the branding... Oh, okay. Shoes on, I guess. You convinced me. But look at those toesies. Oh. They're so uncanny. I'll put the boots on. Especially if it's Stoor hobbits. I think that's what I chose. I think I made myself a Stoor hobbit. Airplane of the Stoors. Yeah, let's do that. I didn't read what my loot did. Ranged. It's a ranged weapon? Interesting. Okay. Talk to Strider. Gotta go back to Aragorn. Just like the other myths, like elves can't have beards, or that dwarf women look like men, or that all men have beards, or that hobbits never go into battle. That tracks. It's interesting that there are all these myths about these Tolkien races that just appear to be completely untrue. Were they like stated at one time and then like Tolkien forgot and then just changed his mind, or were they never stated and it's just because that's what we saw in the movies? I'm curious as to where those all came from. They're fantasy tropes that grew popular and won their way into Lord of the Rings. Okay, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. It's interesting that, you know, you sort of think of Lord of the Rings as a property impervious to fantasy tropes, because so many fantasy tropes were created by Lord of the Rings. Celebrimbor, for example, had a beard. He was the elf that poured his power. And let's be honest here, elves with beards are way cooler than elves without beards.
Do you feel confident in what you have learned?
It's never stated that elves have pointy ears. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's fair. Although if an elf didn't have pointy ears, it would just be human. I mean, obviously there's more to it than that. Like, it would be a cultural difference at that point, and obviously they live much longer, so that's another difference as well. But I think as far as, especially once you take it into a visual medium, you need that distinction. Especially just for people who aren't super big fans. That's how you introduce people familiar with fantasy, but maybe not Lord of the Rings. That's how you get them on board with it too. But that's super interesting that it's never said, because it's such an ingrained part of the world at this point. Strider says, have you learned some new tricks of the minstrel? I can see that you have. You seem more confident now. You are about to take a most perilous task. If we fail, I fear that ruin will come to more towns than Archard alone. A black rider has brought the influence of Angmar to our very doorstep, AJ the Airplane. So much is at stake this day. Are you ready to begin your great adventure? Oh, I'm so ready.
Dear, my poor old friend.
I leveled up
Shadow
and I
has
unlocked the
crept
ability
over him.
to do microtransactions. Absolutely love it. The Latros store offers a wide variety of items and premium services that complement your journey. You can visit the store by clicking the store button, the big one that is impossible to miss. Use the main menu in the bottom left of your screen, click on the Latros store button, and visit the store often. Well, if you say so. If you say so. Aragorn is the... in fact, Arundel Half-Elf, the father of Elrond, was also the father of the first king of Numenor, who chose to be men. So yes, that means Aragorn is the great-great-great, roughly 40 more times, grandnephew of Elrond. Huh. That's interesting. Where do they mention that? Because, I mean, it's been a while since I read the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Is that in there, or is that like a Silmarillion Unfinished Tales thing? Oh, and that's cool that you unlock the points for the store as you play. I like that more. I appreciate that. Old friend. A shadow has crept over him. The black rider that stabbed him is more fell than any creature you will meet in your travels. We have little time, and we must stretch what time we have by doing two things at once. Omdir needs medicine, AJ the Airplane, and quickly. Do you know of a plant called Kingsfoil? It has a great power to heal. You should ask Captain Brackenbrook if he knows of any that grows in these parts. Offer him assistance as well, if it does not take you far out of the way. We must begin to work on him, and perhaps he will look more kindly upon you after you do him a good deed. Yeah? Okay. Well, let's go talk to Mr. Bracky. Bracky Brook. What do you got for me? Let's... Whoa. I did not. I just wanted to see his face. Look at that stash that this guy has. The stash is probably the most well-defined aspect of him, as his eyes seem more like they're painted onto his face as some sort of like a stone carving. Except his mustache. That looks luscious. Let's talk to him.
I don't like the look of those rangers one bit.
Oh, I love his voice. I don't like the look of those rangers. Let's see if I can do it.
Kingsfoil, eh? 'Tis a nice leafy plant that grows around Brown's Folly. A ruin south of here. Help yourself to as much as you'd like. We've no use for it. And as for your offer of assistance, I will take you up on it. We're always in need of able hands, and you might as well earn your keep while you stay with us. My best man, Calder Cobb, is having trouble with wolves of late. Perhaps you could help him on your way to do your gardening job for the ranger.
How'd I do? Someone let me know. That was a lot longer of a text box than I necessarily wanted it to be, for me to be doing that goofy-ass voice the whole time. Although I guess if you watch my D&D podcast, Dungeon Stories, you've heard me do way goofier voices. I will point you back to the episode in Season 1, kind of towards the end, in that last arc when they're in the Feywild, when I'm doing the Sylvan accent, which is really just a terrible French accent. So if you're interested in hearing me make a fool of myself by doing voices that I'm not good at, definitely check out Dungeon Stories on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, whatever is a podcast. You know how to listen to podcasts. In the Silmarillion, they talk about Arundel going to seek the help of the Valar in fighting against the forces of Morgoth, and as a reward for his courage, the Valar made it so his children could choose to be elves or men. Elrond chose elf, and his brother Elros became the first king of the Men of the West. In Sindarin, Men of the West, West is Dune, and Men is Edain, so Dunedain is Men of the West, or Númenóreans. Sick. I absolutely love this, like, encyclopedic wealth of knowledge that you are bringing to this stream. I appreciate this so much. And I am just in awe. I love fantasy lore that is way too deep. I love the Inheritance Cycle, the Aragon books. And I know that a lot of people kind of get turned off by it, especially when they hit book number 2. Because in book number 2, there's that chapter where he's going to do like the dwarven funeral, and it spends like a whole chapter or 2 explaining the customs of the dwarves and their funeral, and I just eat that shit up. And I know that's kind of why a lot of people got turned off from that series, because they were like, oh, it's, you know, it's not important to the story, it's boring, I just want to see the dragons do shit, which, like, I mean, I guess I get. But it's the same reason, you know, that people get kind of turned off by Lord of the Rings, because
Charge complete.
Is he's very long-winded, and he talks in depth about a lot of things that maybe aren't the most pertinent to the story. But I just love it. I love that, like, way too thought-out lore, because it just makes the world feel so much more lived in and real. Calder Cobb.
Well, well, if it isn't the rumour monger.
Well, well, if it isn't the rumour monger. I've heard about you, AJ the Airplane, as you can see for yourself. There aren't no brigands causing problems. It's the wolves that threaten us lately. They seem to have gathered around Brown's Folly, especially about the top of the ruins. Brackenbrook sent you to assist me, and assist you shall. I would like you to look into this wolf problem we are having. Defeat 4 wolves and search atop the ruins. Okay, that I can do. There's Calder. Okay, so let's... I thought I saw a wolf, but I did not. I'm going to play a song at this wolf so hard. What's that? Circle. Oh, that's Calder Cobb. I literally just looked at it, didn't I? That's a wolf, if I've ever seen one. What is the range on these, huh? 30 meters. Yes. Yes. Do it again. Yes. Do the loop. Do it all the time. Let's do this. Is that the loot too? Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yes. You've earned loot. Use your alerts panel loot button to open up the pending loot panel. Why can't I just right-click the corpse? Rough fur and mangy skins. Loot it all, baby. Give me that mangy skin, baby. I have such a hard time driving. When Sauron convinced the Númenóreans to essentially become devil worshippers and attack the Valar, Eru, the god, capital G of Middle-earth, Eru got pissed and sank the star-shaped island of Númenor, and the few men who made it out there on ships went on to find Arnor and Gondor. The two kingdoms, they found as in create, not found as in find. They founded the two kingdoms of Elendil, the fellowship who fought Sauron in the last alliance of men and elves. You probably remember his son, Isildur, as the one who cut the ring. Yes, I do remember that. In sinking Númenor, he also reshaped the whole world into a globe, sinking Beleriand and making Ered Luin the western border of Middle-earth. So the ruins around the Shire with the stars on them are from the kingdoms of Arnor. The capital of Arnor was Númenor, which is just north of the Shire on Lake Evendim, which is why the hobbits call Strider a ranger from the north. In reality, after Númenor sank into Lake Evendim and Arnor broke up, the last descendant of royalty became rangers, and that's who Aragorn is. Wow. Arnor was founded by the last king of Arnor, Elendil. Nice lore. Yeah, it is, isn't it? This is like the best part of the stream. It's cooler than anything I could do. I love this lore dump. It's so neat. That's awesome. Okay, let's hurt this wolf with music. Get got, little dog. Get him with the knife. Playing the bat song. That's how we do it here. Open up that loot. Mangy skin. Give it to me. Is that red dot one of the... Oh no, it's a hidden dude. Oh god. Okay, if the people of Archit are so convinced that the Black Wolves are not going to attack them, then why the hell do they have spies, huh? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Where the hell are these plants I'm supposed to get? Gather kingsfoil leaves. Is kingsfoil like a bush? Elendil has a tomb north of the Shire in Númenor, but it's empty as Elendil was killed during the Battle of the Last Alliance, the one from the start of the Lord of the Rings film. So he was buried in Gondor, the kingdom his son Isildur ruled. It's crazy that all this history and like adventurous stuff happens around the Shire. Do you think that's maybe why the people of the Shire are so opposed to like adventuring and going out and doing things, because they have all this history of ruins and battle around them and they're just trying to forget about it? I don't know, maybe I'm reading too deep into it, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't blame them if that was the case. Oh, that was the noise he made. Oh! Rough fur and mangy skin, loot it all, baby. How many dogs have I killed? 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 dogs. I still haven't found a single leaf. I don't know what they're supposed to look like. Yeah. I love the strum on the lute. That's the best thing. The best thing. Okay. So we killed all the dogs, all the wolves. But I'm supposed to find leaves too, and I haven't found a single leaf. Search Brown's Folly, so I've got to do that too. I have no idea how the quest markers work in this game. So let's just explore. Let's go off the beaten path for a bit. Remedy of the Old Kings. That wants me to go up here still. So that must be, the leaves must be around here. The hobbits of the Shire populated the area around the beginning of the Third Age. They're descended from men, probably the men of Rohan, but hobbits are very different. There are 3 different types of hobbits. That sounded like it is a prelude to an even larger lore dump. So I am tingling. I am excited down to my bones to hear more about these 3 types of hobbits. Please enlighten me, my friend. I cannot wait to hear about these hobbits. And while you type out your essay on the 3 subtypes of hobbits, I'm going to try and find some damn leaves. Because I don't know where these leaves are. But Calder Cobb said he was having trouble with wolves, so even though I killed the 4 that he asked me to, we'll kill another one while we're at it. We're going to play music at him so hard. Oh boy. So these are trophies. So they must just be junk items that I will sell, which is cool, because I need gold for sure. So those must be the ruins I'm supposed to explore. I don't know how I managed to run in circles and completely miss them. But I assume that is where I'm headed, so let me go that direction. Who is this friend? Grimmenwolf. Grimmenwolf? He's a guardian. He's got the old side eye. What's over there, Grimmenwolf? What are you looking at, dude? Look at him. He is scanning the horizon, isn't he? Oh, side eye again. Let's go. Okay. The Stour hobbits, or river hobbits, typically live along the Brandywine or other rivers. They tend to be tough. They wear boots. They eat fish a lot. You know several of them. Farmer Maggot, for example, and Smeagol. Ironic that the river hobbit is the one... Oh god, Grimmenwolf. Okay, I thought he was following me. I thought he was upset that I was making fun of his eyes. And finally, the Foulhides were taller. The second ground to enter the Shire, and typically they're the ones in charge and who stash money away. They tend to run Michael Delving, the capital of the Shire, and many of them live in homes with actual roofs and not holes. Interesting. And finally, the Harfoots, the oldest hobbits of the Shire, build their houses directly into the hill and prefer not to wear shoes. They're the hobbits you see in the films, mostly living in Hobbiton Bywater. Oh god, what is that bear doing? Stop doing it. Castor Jojo. Oh, is that his bear? I was gonna kill it. Okay. King's Foil. The leaves are in the ruins. That's a Lore Master's bear. It's a good thing I didn't kill it. How do you get Lore Master? Is that an achievement of some kind? You'll be asked to collect items. Most of these items will be stored in your quest log. If you want to know how many, you should navigate to the quest log and select the quest. Okay. Lore Masters follow the example of Elrond and Radagast as natural sorcerers. Oh, okay. So it's like his class. Okay, so you can choose to be one. Do you have to unlock that class? I don't remember seeing it in my options. Or maybe is it like race locked? Did it maybe not show up for the hobbits? Let's collect some more. King's Foil. Now, I know a lot of people who aren't into MMOs, they kind of shit on the MMO quest structure. Lore Master should be available, but not for hobbits. Okay. Well, that would be why I didn't see it. Because I pretty much settled on Hobbit from the beginning. But like I was saying, a lot of people kind of shit on the MMO quest structure of, you know, kill 3 things and then go click on these glowing items to get the plants. But honestly, that's kind of why I like them so much, because they're simple and relaxing. I just clicked on plants and I beat the goal. I didn't have to think. It was just a simple way to kill time. And obviously I don't only play MMOs because sometimes I want a little bit more than clicking on some plants, but there are other days, you get done with a long day of work, sometimes you just want to click on some plants. So I guess you should play Stardew Valley, because that game makes clicking on plants fun. Let's check out this banner. A Black Wolf banner, planted to indicate these ruins have been claimed. Heh heh, Kelder Cobb told me you'd be paying me a visit. Kelder Cobb sold me out? That bitch. That absolute bitch. He's a wolf master. Is he gonna summon a dog on me? Oh my god, he's in charge of the wolves too. Everything is connected. You know what's not connected anymore? His head to his body. Because I got him. Got him. Let's go. Let's go ask Calder Cobb why he set me up. Yeah, let's see that star on the ruins? That's the Star of Arnor. It's a representation of the Silmaril that Arendelle carried across the Great Sea to reach the Silver Shores and recruit the Valar to fight Morgoth. Sick! I absolutely love that these aren't just random ruins that they placed so you had a stage on which to fight that Blackmoor guy. I love that there is purpose and history behind the ruins and the environment. That is so cool. Alright, let's go confront Cobb. Let's find out what's what and who's where and why that is that he was such a dick. And you know what? I'm not even going to fight these wolves anymore because I killed the wolf master. So I bet they're good now. Without a wolf master telling them to be a dick. Oh! There's the funky bear again. Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, he's normal again. Oh. The Shire was right at the center of the realm of Arnor, and many of those ruins used to be watchtowers and forts to defend against Angmar, the realm of the Witch King, who was constantly trying to attack Arnor. The Witch King, huh? I don't know if I've heard much about the Witch King. What did the Witch King have against Arnor? I'm interested to know. And I'm also interested to know why Kelder Cobb is such a dick.
Impossible!
Oh.
A weakling like you defeated the Wolf Master?
Dude, don't underestimate AJ the Airplane. How is it that you stand before me? A weakling like you defeated the Wolf Master? I would kill you myself if that fool Dirk Mudbrick weren't watching. Apparently he's not listening, even though he is like 12 feet away. No matter, I do not fear exposure. Brackenbrook will never believe you. He thinks I served him loyally since I was a lad. The old fool. Tell Brackenbrook whatever you like. But Archit will fall, and I'll make out with more gold than you can fathom. And you will die with the rest, if you do not make yourself scarce before tonight. Well, sorry, Aragorn, I would love to help you, but I have to make myself scarce. What server are you on? I am on Arkenstone. And the reason I chose Arkenstone is because I had a friend of mine who is an avid Latro player told me that Arkenstone was the best server. And so without researching any of the other servers, I went exclusively to Arkenstone, and I have become Arkenstone for life. I am pledging myself to Arkenstone. It is the #1 top tier cream of the crop server. And if you don't play on Arkenstone, are you even playing Lord of the Rings Online? Good answer. C? That's what I thought. I knew it. We're on the same page. Arkenstone for life. Also, let's get a little bit of a lore update here, why don't we? The Witch King's name was lost to time, but back when Celebrimbor was forging the Rings of Power, the Witch King was gifted the most powerful of the 9 rings. I lost my place. The 9 rings given to the kings of men. When those kings died, they became the 9 Nazgul, the ring wraiths, and the greatest of the 9 nine hells is a D&D thing. That's just instinct. The ring wraiths and the greatest of the 9 became their commander, the Witch King of Angmar, and he stabbed Frodo on Weathertop. Oh, sick! It all's coming together. I'm on Gladden. My kinship has 21 people in it, so it's a different server. It's a decent server too. I'm sorry if I offended you. I did not mean to imply that Arkenstone players were superior. And when I say I did not mean to imply that, I 100% did imply that if you listen to my rant on how cool Arkenstone is. But such an icon. I love you, Norn, even though I have no idea what's happening. That's okay. I don't either. I've never played this game before. But these guys, are they bad now? Their names are red. Usually that means bad. Or does that just mean he'll kick my ass if I fight him because he's level 10? So I will avoid fighting him. And let's go speak to Aragorn.
Calder Cobb
Danger
is
has
a
found
traitor.
you. Oh,
Danger has found you earlier than I predicted.
yeah. Yeah, Calder Cobb had it in for you before I arrived. Yes, he did. How did he know of you if he was at his post? And how did the Blackwold know you were coming? Thank you for the risk you took to deliver the king's foil. I will think upon this riddle and prepare a salve for Omdir.
I cannot
Yes.
decide which is more dangerous right now.
Cool, I've got
Calder Cobb's
consumables.
treachery or the ignorance of Captain Brackenbrook.
Consumables have various effects. Check the tool tip. Yeah, sure. These items can be used like any other item. However, once they're used, they will be removed. Even if you were on Gladden, I can only send you some mail. I'm about as far north as you can go without freezing to death in the ice fields of Forchel on the doorstep of the Kingdom of Angmar. My kinship is preparing our push into Angmar to take on the Witch King ourselves. That sounds sick. Is that like a... I'm most familiar as... I don't know if you have played World of Warcraft. That is the MMO I have the most experience with. Is preparing to delve in and take on the Witch King, is that like a raid? Or what? And is a kinship like a guild? I assumed that's what... Like, it told me to find a fellowship. I assume the fellowships were the guilds. Is there a difference between a kinship and a fellowship? I'm so interested. It sounds awesome to go and take on the Witch King. That sounds like the coolest thing in the world, especially like seeing how they translate him from the Lord of the Rings movies to... Yeah, so many questions. Yeah, I have a million. It's more than just a raid. Angmar is a whole region, so we have to fight our way through the whole kingdom. Instances, skirmishes, and raids. This game sounds awesome. That's so cool that like the whole zone is in preparation to do that. Plus dungeons. Holy shit. That is a lot of content. And to have it all point toward that one goal, that's so cool. I cannot wait to get into the deeper regions of this game. Each region has 50 to 300 quests. That is quite the range. The whole game has over 9,000. Only 14 years of content. Yeah, exactly. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream I didn't dive in when the game first came out because I was playing World of Warcraft and Star Wars: The Old Republic and Guild Wars 2, so I was a little preoccupied. My MMO slate was filled when the game released, and I dove in because I saw an ad on Twitter that you could get one of the expansions for free. So that's why I decided it was finally time to take a shot at it. So I'm stoked because it sounds like there's a lot of stuff here, and and I really like that. So Strider says, I cannot decide which is more dangerous, Caldecropp's treachery or the ignorance of Captain Brackenbrook. If Caldercobb is his best soldier, I know Brackenbrook will not believe that he tried to have you ambushed by a Blackwold. I did some asking around while you were gone, and there is a Blackwold brigand in the stocks, across the lane from here. He's being held for highway robbery. You should question him about Caldercobb. That seems like a logical course of action. Let's go to the stocks. Let's go this way. You soft fools will regret this. Us Blackwolds aren't as stupid as you think.
Oi, you there! Let me go! Calder Cop can vouch for me!
Oh, I love his voice. Let's see if I can do it. Let me go! Nope, I can't do it. I'm a friend. Nope, that's worse. I'm a friend of Caldercobb's. I'm gonna give up on it. I'm a friend of Caldercobb's, and innocent at that. This idiot jailer won't heed me. Otto quiets down as you tell him you know Caldercobb's treachery. So, you think you know the plan? Don't be smug. It's too late. By now, the gears of war be turning down in the south, and quick. Soon I'll be free, and you'll be the one in the shackles. Or worse. Let's talk to the jailer.
What can I do for you?
It is good to make your acquaintance, AJ the Airplane. I noticed you were questioning Otto. Does that mean that his mutterings have been truthful? Yes, I do believe what you have come to Archit to tell. It is unprecedented, but all signs are showing that the Blackwolds mean to attack us. How is it that they have the means? If Brackenbrook does not believe you, you may tell him that I do, for what it's worth. Thank you. Someone's got some sense around here. Of course it's Ned. Ned, I always knew you to be on the straight and narrow. Look at that hair. Ned is... he looks like Hercules. Oh, sick. We got more lore. Fortune is dangerous because you can literally die because of the cold, so you have to prepare yourself with items like ice wine or using thermal vents to give you a warming debuff. Otherwise, you can easily get killed by some of the most dangerous creatures, not to mention roving threats, which have millions of HP and are essentially endgame bosses. I did not know that this game had like environmental things to worry about too, kind of like Breath of the Wild, where you have to worry about the temperature and stuff. That kind of survival aspect is really neat and not something that I've experienced in another MMO that I've played. And I've played a few. I obviously haven't played all of them because that would be impossible. But I've played a decent amount of MMOs, and I have not seen temperature management in them before. So that is pretty neat. That is a serious charge, AJ the Airplane. Caldercobb has been loyal to me in this town since he was a boy. Oh, I've got to select a quest reward. Let's get some new boots. Let's slap them on my feet.
I suppose it would be wise
Every
to
level,
investigate
you
your
may be
plan.
granted new skills. As your skills increase power and effectiveness. Sick. Does Ned speak true of his prisoner? If so, we would be wise to investigate Otto's threat of trouble in the south. I'll not question Caldercobb's lifetime of loyalty if there is no truth to back it up. But if you and Ned are right in your suspicion, this will be a very bad situation for us. Cal Sprigley's farm is to the south of here, near the gate of the town of Combe. If aught is going on, he'll know. Well, let's see. And let's put on my boots, since I am a boot lover. Ooh, those are snazzy. Snazzy boots. Creatures up there can wound you and give you frostbite, which can easily kill you, so you gotta build campfires or find one. Unless you're an elf, the magic of elves can protect you from threats like that. Good for elves. More bears. You'll find there are lots of different effects, like in places like tombs or dangerous places like Angmar or Mordor. You might be struck with terror caused by Sauron, which can help kill you from fear. Of all the ways to die, being scared to death sounds pretty bad. I mean, like, it might not hurt physically necessarily, like getting stabbed by a Black Rider's blade, you know, where you got that chill that slowly kills you. But I think dying of fear just sounds miserable because that sort of helplessness that creeps in with fear. That's just something I don't want to experience. Like when I die, I want to be in full control. I don't want it to be an unexpected thing that I'm scared of happening. I want to know what's going to go down. Just having that like agency taken away from me does not seem fun. I was going to try to spin that into a joke, but I ended up just making it a bummer, so I apologize.
Hey, you there! I'm hungry.
I like Mundo's voice too. Hey, you there! Hobbit, yes you! When was the last time they fed you? I haven't had a bite since breakfast and I'm starving. All they gave me was bread and jam. Did you fare better? I would give anything for some real food. I don't think I've ever eaten so badly. If you go fetch me some proper food, like meat, I will reward you handsomely. Perhaps I will even share my leftovers with you, if you are quick. Well, Mundo, that is an offer I cannot refuse. You telling me I can get leftovers? Count me in, bro.
Dear looks so changed since last night.
I almost feel like he's not but a shadow when I look at him, like he isn't really there. How it makes me shiver. I saw Strider make a salve of kingsfoil for his wound, but my Gamma always used a different remedy when I was a young brandy buck. When a young brandy buck would get a nasty splinter. Sweet bilberry tea. I smelled bilberries by the water to the east of here as we passed in the night, which means they are in season. I would dearly like to make tea for poor Omdir. That's so nice. She hardly knows Omdir. I mean, I guess he did save her life, so she kind of owes him the tea. Let's see here. You might notice Celadine and Mundo there are hobbits, but living in Archet, east of Bree. There are some hobbit farms as far east as Midgewater, but that's as far as most hobbits venture. You asked earlier why hobbits seem afraid of leaving the Shire. That's because Arnor isn't around to protect the place anymore, so it's grown much more dangerous at the borders. So it's less that they are too comfortable staying there, and more that they are afraid to leave. Almost trapped. I mean, maybe not as... Maybe trapped isn't the right word. It maybe doesn't need to be that dramatic, but...
How do you do?
But that's cool. I definitely didn't know that. Whoa, okay. That highlighted spot must be where my stuff is. Sprigley's farm, that's where we came from with Aragorn. Think of it as a habit of keeping safe. Yeah. That makes sense. That's probably a better way to put it too than trapped. A habit of keeping safe. Keeping safe. That makes sense. Most hobbits don't need to worry, as the northern border of the Shire is protected by mountains with a small pass called Bull Roar, protected by the Dunedain. Oh, I got stuck. And back out and keep going. I love the music. This is just so peaceful. And I mean, it's really pretty. You can definitely see the polygons, but like you can tell that it's beautiful here. So I'm looking for boar meat. I'm supposed to collect bilberries. Lake Evendim is constantly threatened by being overrun by Angmar. Sadly, by torturing Gollum, Sauron was made aware of the Shire. Is this lake here? Is this Evendim? Or Evendim? Or is this just a random lake? The Shire is further south of here, correct? LOL. Okay. That's a pond. Okay. I had a feeling. Right click. Okay. I see. A pond, yeah. I see. So, okay, further south. I was right about that at least. And there's Angmar. Okay. Okay. And Eriador is the western border of Middle-earth, correct? Isn't that what we were saying? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Sick. Does it go out further? No, it closes. Eriador is that entire area. Gotcha. Wow. The Arid Luin to the Misty Mountains. From Arid Luin to the Misty Mountains. Okay, got it. What is east of Mordor? Do people go east of Mordor? Is that a place that that people stay away from? A huge mountain valley with blue mountains to the west, Iron Mountains to the north, Misty Mountains, Moria to the east. Okay, so that's Eriador. Gotcha. There's nothing east of Mordor, just the shore and more sea. Okay. I'm with you. So that's like coast, basically. There used to be a mall. The Starcourt Mall. Speaking of Starcourt Mall, Stranger Things Season 4, that little preview that they just put out with the clocks ticking and all the magic kids in the lab. I'm pretty excited for Stranger Things Season 4. I'm wondering how many more Stranger Things they can do. I have a feeling 4 is probably going to be the last because the kids are just going to be too old. It's not going to be the same anymore. Which is unfortunate because I have loved Stranger Things. But I also, it's probably better for it to end than go on for too long. So that way we don't get tired of it. Another Blackwood spy. I'm sick and tired of you. I'm going to play more music at you. Malls would be similar to what you get in Bree. That's the only town in Middle-earth that is occupied by two different types of living beings, humans and hobbits, so Bree is seen as a crossroads and commercial center far north. That's awesome. Yeah, get musicked. I really appreciate the minstrel class because there's not a ton of games that let you play as a bard. And bard is one of my favorite classes in Dungeons & Dragons. I don't know that much about Middle-earth. There are those who could school me on lore. I'm sure that there are people out there. I mean, because if you think about Tolkien and the stories about him basically, like, going crazy in his office, writing it all, there probably are people who have devoted their entire lives as, like, Tolkien scholars. That's probably true. But they're not here teaching me, so they are not as cool. They're not as important. So don't discredit yourself like that, my friend. Don't discredit yourself. Magi skin. Oh, that spy. I didn't even see him spying on me. He won't be able to... This Tom won't be able to peep on anyone much longer. Not possible. Think again. This one's a piglet. This is like a baby. But we'll give him the old what for, the old 1-2 punch. The old what now, what for, and the who now. The old wombo combo. Cool, I got all my boar meat. Now I just need the blueberries for Celadine's medicinal tea. She told me they're by the water east of Archet. So that would be over here in this area. Because I know how to read an MMO map. Hello, Ruins. It's good to see you again. The site of my betrayal. It's not like I have poor memories associated with this place or anything. Growling Dustwolf. More boars. Okay, there we go, there we go. Oh, that's a dude. He's just asleep. He's fine. Can I play my song at him? Oh wait, no. I'm in the selfish stance. Let's switch to that one. This is the healing stance, right? Yeah. I couldn't do it. Oh, I gotta stand still. Okay. The game does have fall damage, FYI. Thank you for informing me before something really bad happens. It breaks your legs or you die. One of the two. Just like real life. Bill Hayspier. Are all these people dead? When it was just one, I was willing to accept that it was a nap. But now that it's two people, thought of it as a twisted ankle. Oh. Okay. The game froze for a little bit. That was a scary sign. Bilberry. What about swimming? I should have asked that before diving into the water. Luckily, it wasn't too deep. Collected some bilberries. Let's get some more. Another Brackenwold. Not on my watch. You dick. Swimming is a thing. Okay, good. I'll swim a lot. I get that. I swim a lot in World of Warcraft 2. I use it as shortcuts. All my characters that can't fly yet. That's right. Mangled Sword Sheath. Another one. You'll find it interesting navigating the terrain. Okay. I haven't seen a ton of players, but the ones that I have seen, none of them have been riding anything. Are there mounts? And follow-up, if there are mounts, do they fly? It's standard in the starting area, but there will reach a point where you have to locate mountain passes and have your own little paths. That's pretty cool. That makes it feel pretty authentic. Because that's what it was like for the Fellowship as they were passing through. It wasn't easy to get from point A to point B. That's one of the things that's interesting about Lord of the Rings as a storytelling, is that it focuses a lot on the journey. Like, the travel is most of the story. Like, it's almost as important to the plot as anything else. Mounts require purchasing a riding skill. 95 points. You can earn it in-game in about a week or two. Then you need 500 silver to buy a horse, and no, you can't fly. Gotcha. That makes sense. Especially, like I was saying, for a Lord of the Rings game, it definitely makes sense to fly, because you're supposed to experience the travel. Yeah. Don't mess with me. I'm new to this whole combat thing, but I've picked it up quick. Don't mess with AJ the airplane. For those who missed the beginning of the stream, I am called AJ the airplane because my hair flies outwards like airplane wings, and my face is akin to that blue airplane with the human face from Thomas the Train, who I was informed was named AJ. So for those that maybe was wondering why this beautiful, musically inclined hobbit was named after a mode of vertical transportation that does not exist in this world, that is why. That is the story. Once you finish the intro, you'll be dumped in the middle of it proper and be able to quest with anyone on the server. This is like the starting zone. Does everyone share the same starting zone, or is it race specific? Because I noticed that when you clicked on the different races, it took them into different kind of areas in the character creation. And I guess as far as like the intro story was the way that it was told, like bumping into Frodo and Merry and Pippin, it wouldn't necessarily make a bunch of sense if you weren't a hobbit. So I have to assume that it's different for each race, right? Okay, let's get back to Archet. Race specific. Elves and dwarves start at Thorns Hall, men and hobbits in Archet. Okay, cool. What about the what is it? The Bjornlings? Is that what they're called? Elves get dropped into Selendin. Dwarves stay at Thorns Hall. Hobbits get dropped into the Shire. Men stay in Bree. More spies. If they really wanted to be sneaky, they would take those large, glowing white name tags off from above them. Oh, Keldercob. I'm gonna get you in so much trouble, dude. No one will ever believe you. He's just yelling at me as I run by. What a dick. What an absolute ass. Alright. Let's give this raw meat to Mundo and see if he's nice enough to share anything with me. Mundo Baggins.
This will do nicely.
You brought me
Gives
pork
me something to
or
munch
bacon
on for
or
a
perhaps
bit,
a
at
sausage.
least.
It doesn't matter. I can make a little of each. Mundo weighs the parcel of meats in his hands. This will give me something to munch on for a bit. Hopefully this provender will last me until I can go back home. Hopefully, man. Thanks for the ring, though. It's not quite leftovers, but I'll take it. Does this have stats bound to him? I guess we'll put it on. It doesn't say it has stats, but that's cool. What are these? Celebrant salves, power, and this does morale. So power is the mana, morale is the health, I believe.
Lovely.
And
This is
Celandine
sure
says,
to
"Well
cheer
done.
Omdir
You have
right
found
up."
more than enough for a good strong tea. This sure will cheer Omdir right up. Give me a moment. I will steep the berries in some boiling water." You received a new title. Well, hell yeah. What did I get? Ooh, the Wary. Make active. Reach 5th level without being defeated. Damn right. Talk to Cal Sprigley. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get to Cal Sprigley, who I believe is probably just on his farm. Now let's go see what Cal has to say. Access to the Black World threat in the south. So is this... Obviously, we've learned that the Shire is south of Archet. So this would be me, as a hobbit, getting dropped into the Shire, I believe. once we pass through Spriggy's farm here. Incorrect. Well, I don't think anyone is surprised by that at this point. Oh god. Those damn spies. You haven't learned? Oh, it's like Skyrim. The arrows stick out at me. I love that. Archett is northeast of Bree. The Shire is west of Archett. Okay. Earlier, I made a comment about how I knew how to read MMO maps. Ignore it completely. Obviously, that is not true. What's this? Another title? Oh, is it just the same one? Is that just an old notification? The Shire. Bree. I lost Archett. So let's take this from west to east, yeah? Okay, let's do it. Let me get out here to follow along. There's Archett. There's Bree. The old forest. Midgewater. I remember reading about that. Bree. In the extreme west, we have the Blue Mountains, or Erd the Wind. That's the site that Thorin chose to build his great hall for home for any dwarf that had to leave Erebor when Smaug took over Lonely Mountain. Okay, that's here. I love this. We're doing cartography. Let's get to Mr. Sprigly. Oh, a tree again. Oh god. Another arrow. A waste of my time. You're saying that to me, dude? All I'm getting from you is sword sheaths. Cannot cast while moving. That's also home to the elven ports of Solonidine in Dwiland, and south of there, Mythlon. Do you remember that place? Myth being grey and Lawn being haven. So the Grey Havens was the place they sailed from at the end of Return of the King, and then we all cried, yup, yup. That tracks. I said I was done with the wolves, but this guy's asking for it. Devastated. So east of Erdluin, you have a pass through the Blue Mountains called Needlehole. It's a good name for a pass, I would say. Oh, there's an audience here. A lot more people than I anticipated. I thought it was just going to be Mr. Sprigly. Oh, that's a player. And that's a player. Needlehole leads to Rushik Bog, and past the hills next to Rushik is Mitchell Delving and the Shire. I jumped for joy. North of there is capital of Arnor, laying in ruins on Lake Evendim after the lake swallowed it up. Clonidam, Cylindum. Some of the seas are hard, some of them are soft. Is the bog on here? There's Mitchell Delving and the Shire. East of the Shire, across the Brandywine. There's Breeland. Okay, gotcha. Weathertop, that's where Frodo gets knifed. That's where Frodo gets stabbed. You got Buckland, a big hobbit settlement, and the old forest beyond its borders where Tom Bombadil lives. We love Tom Bombadil. I remember reading The Fellowship for the first time after having like only watched the movies and getting to the multiple chapters that they spend with Mr. Bombadil, and the whole time being like, what the hell is happening? He's such a wild guy. East of the Barrow Downs is Bree proper. Gotcha. Let's look at... Oh, this is Bree. Okay. Gotcha.
A stranger, eh? You're the best thing that's happened to us all day.
Brackenbrook says I'll take you in. I'm afraid you're the best thing that's happened to us all day.
Our best hope is to get help from Combe, our neighbours. They will not let our Chet fall to brigands.
I'm glad you're here. Some Blackwolves tried to attack us this morning, but we drove them off. We must get help from Combe, the next town over, in the southwest of here, not more than a short journey away. They must bring their soldiers to Archet at once to help stave off the raid. Please make haste. I fear the Blackwolves mean to attack tonight. The road here is crawling with brigands, but I pray you can make it safe to Combe. I pray I can too, man. I would hate to get to Combe unsafe. Will Wheatley.
Would you do something for me?
Not a reference to Will Wheaton? It can't be a coincidence, right? It's gotta be a Will Wheaton reference. My dad and the other farm hands, they gave chase to the brigands after the attack on our farm. I don't think the brigands expected us to put up such a fight after they surprised us. There weren't many of them, but I never saw them act so bold afore today. Only problem is, they ain't back yet. They ran off to the east, chasing the brigands into the woods. It was hours ago, though, and I'm very worried. Could you go look for them and bring them back safe? Let's dive back into our map here. Bree proper, east of there is Midgewater, and then the long ride to the Forsaken Inn and the great fortress of Amonsol or Weathertop, where Frodo was attacked. Yep. Okay, the Forsaken Inn near Weathertop is a whole day's ride in the books, but in the game it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? But remember, Middle-earth in this game is still huge. From Erdluin to Rivendell on the other side of Eriador is over an hour. That's awesome. Past Weathertop is several Eglain settlements. Then you reach the Great Bridge into the Troll Shaws, where you pass the Bruinen, the great river bordering the Hidden Valley. When you locate the source of the Hidden Valley, you can enter Ladris, or as you know it, Rivendell. That is how I know it. I apologize for every time that I pronounce something dreadfully wrong, and it just makes you cringe. I bet that has happened many times already. Weathertop, Rivendell, Troll Shaws. Don't worry about pronunciations. For now, we'll get to that later. That's the 102 course. We're still in the 101 right now. I appreciate the forgiveness on that front. Okay, search for Walt Wheatley, Bill Hayspear, Thornton Woodley. Those are very much farmer names. When you pass Rivendell, you hit the Misty Mountains, the border of Eriador. After that, you cross into the Gap of Rohan. Let's see. Go to Combe. Archer Chetwood Combe. What are these little circles? Those are obviously people I need to find. So let's go find those missing farmers. You have a lot to explore. Yeah, seems like it. This opening area is decently big. Oh, these are all the dead people I saw before. Examining the lifeless body. Yup, he's dead all right. Murdered by the Black Wolves. Bill Hayspear. Let me take a wild guess. Murdered by the Black Wolves, yep. Wait to see, like, even then, you can't even see the whole thing. I can't wait. I would love to see lake so massive I can't see the other shore. That sounds awesome. It's something you don't see a lot of in games. Oh, trying to murder me like you did little old Hayspear over there. Back off, striker. Not on my watch. How many times have I said that this stream? I need to get some new combat catchphrases. On the frozen bay of Forachel, where it's so massive all you can see is icebergs in the distance. Blackwold Striker. Oh my god, it's so dark. Did it just turn to night? Let's raise my spirit a little bit. Top of Weathertop where you can look out for hundreds of miles. It's like in Guild Wars 2, they have these points of interest or vistas, and you can climb up really high. They're kind of like the little peaks that you can climb to in Assassin's Creed and get looks out over all the surrounding areas. One of the best parts of Guild Wars 2 is exploring the maps to completion. I missed that game. Maybe I should stream that. Walt Wheatley. He has been murdered by Black Wolves. 3 for 3. That striker. I'm not going to say hi to you until I raise my spirit a bit. Now let's do it. You heard this one before? It's an original song called Fuck You. That was a good one, huh? Fairly close to the end of the intro. Okay. Raise the spirit a little bit. When you say fairly close, what are we talking? Let's raise that spirit. Can I pop one of those pots? Pop a pot? Yeah, there we go. Pop a pot. Next, Deep Wood. Less than 5 minutes. Okay, sick. I was feeling like I was getting close to the end of the stream because I work in the morning, but if I'm that close, I gotta stick it out. Gotta finish the intro. We'll end on a wonderful vista that is Middle-earth. Can't wait for it. Will, I regret to inform you, all your friends have died. My poor father and the others, it cannot be. Will is silent for a long moment, his eyes closed, but after a great pause, he's roused. I will have my revenge upon those black wolves, or I will die trying. Yes, Will. Archie will never fall to such murderous fiends. Yes, Will. Select a reward. Okay, okay. Lesson 5 if you hurry. Okay. I gotta quit getting distracted. Honed blade. Honed axe. Honed dagger. We gotta go with the blades. I don't know if that's what the numbers dictate for my class. Ooh, woven cloak. I did get a cape. Look at him. My beautiful boy. Let's put that on. What are these? Fried mushrooms. Yeah, AJ. Looks beautiful. Okay. Now let's find where Sprig wants me to go to Combe. And Combe is this direction. Follow the ring. Because following the ring has gone so well in the past. Oh yeah. The cape really ties it all together. Look at him. Yeah. Get the pig. Oh god. That was a wicked death cry from that pig. Bristlehide Piglet. Is there a difference between the blue names and the white ones? That guy's normal. That guy's normal. Level 3. Level 5? I assume the blue would be stronger. Uh-oh. The only gate is blocked. Arch is on its own now. Do you want the people of Combe to help? The Black Wolves are... His name's in the way. You're afraid of the Black Wolves, are you? Best run home, little fool. Enjoy your day. It'll be your last. Well, that's rude. Return to Cal. Sorry, Cal. Close the door. Close the door on us. Not even my beautiful airplane form could penetrate through the wall, the barrier that they had erected. Look at that. What a view. What a view. What product does he use to get his hair? No distractions. I gotta hurry. Cal
This
Squiggly.
cannot be.
Blocked.
I must write
It
to
cannot be.
Brackenbrook at once.
My men traveled to Combe only yesterday for delivery. That is bad news, AJ the airplane. The captain must be informed of what's going on at once. Here's a note for Brackenbrook. He knows my scrawl. He will believe you now. Yes. Yes, Brackenbrook, you fool. I have irrefutable evidence now. Ooh, I can read it. Dear Captain Brackenbrook, is this like mail fraud? Should I not be reading this? Am I committing a felony? My farm was attacked by black wolves this morning. They are organized and they are armed. I and but a few of my men managed to stave them off, but something dark is stirring in a way I have never seen. They have cut off the road to Combe. We can't get out, and no help can come in. Please, make yourself ready for all-out war. These are not the ruffians we know. Is Cobb going to antagonize me again as I run by him? Yup. What a dick, Cal. Go back to middle school, jerk. Okay. Let's see what Brackenbrook has to say to this. He said without irrefutable evidence he wouldn't believe it, but I believe we've got some now for him. Why should we trust a stranger over our captain? I'm about to show you why, mister. You're gonna eat your words real soon.
This
What's up?
tea will help Omdir feel better.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just
I
know
probably gotta go give the tea to Omdir, huh? I totally walked away from her. She's just been holding this cup of tea, too afraid to cross the street to give it to him. Doesn't the bilberry tea smell delightful? It still reminds me of my gammer, who made this for me when I was under the weather, even though my gammer is long gone. Oh, God, that got heavy. I'm sorry, Celadine. You were such a dear to collect those wild berries for me, so I shan't be taking all the credit. Why don't you bring this nice brew to Omdir so he can thank you himself? Make sure he drinks it all. Hey, Omdir!
Thank you, but
does that tea
I
smell
have
of
not the
bilberries?
stomach
That was
to
very
drink this
sweet
now.
of Celandine. Very good of you to fetch her the makings. I am all sorry I cannot drink this now. I do not feel well enough. I will pretend to drink it. You must tell Celandine I enjoyed her tea. Please do not. Come on, dear. It's tea, bro.
Did my tea perk him up?
Did it perk him
I
up?
knew it would.
It did. Omdir will be back on his feet soon. You got it. And then I got another ring, which I believe I have a second finger slot, so let's just dump that in there. That one actually gives me stuff. Way better than fucking Mundo's worthless ring. See, Mundo, +1 might. Where was that? Whoa. What is that gold light? As Brackenbrook reads the letter from Cal Sprigley, his face is blank. He reads it a second time and only then does he look at you. I've been a fool. Oh, what have I done? Select one of the roar. I've done that every time.
You cannot fathom just how wrong I have been.
I'm sorry to break it to you, Brackenbrook. I have trusted Kelder Cobb and heeded his advice for a long time, even after my own son tried to warn me of his duplicity. Someone else told you? My son John is a worthy hunter, but he has not set foot in town for over 3 years. He will never forgive me for the things I said to him. Oh, what a fool I am! He told me he was not welcome in Archet until he stopped behaving like a jealous child. Now he and his hunters are our only hope. But what can I do? He does not deserve to be dragged deeper into my folly. Nay, what? Archet must withstand the storm without help. Well, what do you got for me?
Do not despair. You have done well.
Well, thank you. That makes me feel better. Better than I could have done. You are in Captain Brackenbrook's trust. You must appeal to his son John against his wishes. I must leave soon, and Archet will need all the help it can get, even if a father's pride is at stake. I'm confident you will be able to bring the hunters in and give this town a fighting chance. In the meantime, I must make haste. Omdir assures me he just needs rest. Dude, Omdir's gonna die, isn't he? I just know it. Well, let's go find this kid. Oh, he's at the hunting lodge. And away we go. What does my new thing do? I didn't even read it. Oh yeah, and I got new pants too, didn't I? Yep, quilted leggings. Oh yeah. Nice and green. That's a good look. That's a good look. What does this do? Dissonant piercing cry. 40-meter range. Your shout does light damage to your enemies and can interrupt their actions. Sick. That seems very helpful. Let's see here. Let's swap them out there. Got our interrupt. Let's rearrange the action bar a little bit. That looks good. That looks good. Although I am going to get confused. Auto attack mode. Let's go to the lodge and see this pond that I mistook for an endless lake. Because that's very much something I would do. There we go. I would like a movement speed buff. Basically, I would like to be Lucio from Overwatch. I guess I can't expect to go too fast. I got short little legs. Whoa. I haven't fought a bug before.
Ooh. I like this. This is a welcoming little bridge. Look at the way the water reflects the sky. It's so pristine. Is he inside? Whoa. Ooh. It's a jam. Yes, he is. Hey, John. Your dad told me not to talk to you.
I presume you're here to
You
bring
come
me
from
ill
town.
news from town.
I've been watching from the bounds. The skies have turned dark and fell, and there is a shadow of unrest over all of Archet, over men and beasts and trees alike. Let me guess. My father has not the wisdom to observe such things, so you heard of his exiled son and came to me for aid. Well, that's basically it, yes. Select a reward. Threadbare shoulder pads.
Calder Carb has shown his true colours at last.
Yes, he has. I knew him to be evil-hearted. My own father is too trusting. He does not like to think ill of people. His blindness wounded me, but he is a good man. So to answer your question, yes, I will come to Archet's aid. I and my fellows. I am a hunter, and a skilled warrior trained by my father and captain. I would rather die than sit idly by while foul brigands crash upon a decent people. Let us see. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, Mage. And thank you for all the wisdom that you have delivered throughout this. I really appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. Good luck. Yeah, thank you. Let us see what there is before the storm is upon us, while I gather my warriors and my weapons and sneak into the Black Wolves' roost and uncover their plan of attack. Sounds good. Before you go, I want to make an offer. You don't need to accept this if you want, but what we have learned about the Black Wolf unnerves me. My father's militia will not fare well against such massive force of brigands, and I fear that even the few hunters here will not make a great difference in the fight. Still, it is not in my heart to stand idly by. We may require an edge to win this victory. I'm willing to offer such an edge if you wish. Latro points. Okay. What I gotta do? I gotta talk to you? Very good. Let me get you started. This quest can be purchased from Lord of the Rings web store. In your previous quest, you received a number of Latro points. The amount of points earned is sufficient to purchase access to this quest. To purchase the quest, click on the button in the lower left side of the quest dialog window that says unlock. Okay, yeah, that'll spend my stuff. Sure. What does that get me? Battlefield Horn of Disruption. Sounds rad. Let me spend my money. Store. Oh, there it goes. Hey, listen to me. Ooh, okay. It keeps getting better and better. Yeah. Here, take my points. I have to agree to these. I just agreed to emails that I'm going to have to unsubscribe to. Buy the item, my friend. Boom. I got the quest. Accept. Excellent news. Here, take this. It may not survive long, but it will likely help in an upcoming fight. What did I get? Bound to AJ the airplane. It's a skill. It expires in a half hour. Okay, sure. Let's slap it down there for now. We'll use it when we need to. Now, let's go beat some brigands. Let's go fight. Oh yeah, I got brigands at the wazoo. That's quite the wide area. What's the terrain like around here? Can I follow this and loop around? Because I can swim. Gather information about the raid. Does that happen passively by defeating them? I can't wait to use my cry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so the cry, it seems, does not do a ton of damage. It should be mainly used as an interrupt. So, let's swap it there. It does not do a ton of damage. Devastated him. Again, class traits. You can now open your traits panel with the J key. Spend your hard-earned trait points. Specialization. Okay, so I'll get my subclass. You can change your spec, respec, purchase new traits. Gotcha. Outfits. Lord of the Rings supports a robust cosmetic outfit system, which is accessible by opening your character panel and selecting the cosmetic outfit tab. Okay, sick. Specialization needed. Okay. Class traits. Spec 1. The Watcher of Resolve. Shields and heals. The Warrior Scald. Harsh words to damage foes. And Protector of Song. Spins tales to motivate allies to great feats. Let's do this one. Class traits. Spec points spent. Points available. 0. Sick. Oh. Looks like I got a couple traits just for choosing the subclass. Nice. Race traits. Interesting. Virtue traits. There are systems here, aren't there? Nice. Pending loot. Let's loot it all. Okay, what do we have here? Perfect Ballad. Reduces power costs and harms your foe. Ballads unlock Anthem's codas. So that feels like a good one to put up at the front, because it reduces the power costs. What do we have here? Call to Fate. Requires the Dissonant stance, which is what I'm in. Deals light damage to a single target with high critical chance. I like that quite a bit. So, put those there. Fantastic. And then what's this? Anthem of the Third Age. Anthem. Increase the damage of all of your call skills. Requires 3 ballad buffs. Alters the coda. Coda refreshes call of the song of the Second Age. Okay, cool. I learned some new songs, bro. You're not going to be able to keep up with me any longer. I've killed some brigands. I still don't think I've learned any information yet. But, oh, that's a piggy. I don't need to fight pig. I need to fight that asshole. Let's see what we got. Let's try out that. Nice. Think you're winning this fight? You just wait and see. Oh, I'll wait, alright. Gather information. How do I do that? Get him. A whole mess of trouble. Yeah, another one down. Another one bites the dust. Because I am a bard. Alright, let's go get this information that I am seeking. That seems like a place that has information in it. That guy thought he could sneak up on me. But I see him. There's no hiding from AJ the airplane. Yeah. A steel token? I don't know what that means. Let's get him. A hoodlum. A rapscallion, if you will. More trash loot, please. Blackwood plans. Just out in the open. I won't mind if I do. The letter inside tells that the Blackwolves mean to attack tonight. Did that dog howl at me? Nope, he didn't alert anybody. Don't worry, Striker. A cretin. Yes, yes, a cretin. What else can we come up with? Rapscallion, hoodlum, cretin. A ragamuffin. There's another one for you. A blackguard, yes. A delinquent. DearThesaurus.com. Ne'er-do-well, yeah, I like that one. A disappointment to his mother, probably. She's probably not too happy with his actions, I would assume. I cannot climb this rock. This rock is unclimbable. Oh, it keeps going too. It's camouflaged rock behind the grass. Still more? I guess I'll go in the water. I love that my hands are just constantly glowing. Do you think that happened like since birth? Was I just always glowing? Or is that a new thing? Let's see what Mr. John has to say. Hi, John.
Good work, my friend.
Thank you. And fast, too. Yeah, I did do that pretty quick. That's not the only thing I'm quick at. I didn't mean anything by that. Take it how you will. This will be a great boon to archers. Now we will be able to counter their efforts with proper strategy. Select, yeah, okay, get the damn hat. And then I'll put it on. Let's see how it messes with my titular airplane haircut. Strategy. What an excellent find, AJ. These folks from Angmar sound like evil foes, but at least we know what we're up against. The plans show a map that points to the Old East Path, which is just near here. We shall avoid the path, save for Atli Spiderbane, a visitor from east of the Misty Mountains. Speak with Atli and learn what he can tell you about the path. We can use the path to our advantage if we manage to successfully scout it. Well, hopefully we can. And hopefully I can successfully equip some better items that I have found. Like these shoulder pads. Got my horn still. A candle to put light. Rock salt. And plumed hat. Oh my god. This cannot be real. Look at this. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. This is the greatest game in the world. Thank you. It is a nice hat, is it not? Oh my god. AJ the Airplane is fucking styling. This is wonderful. Oh. Oh my god. I can't get over it. It's so good. Atli, where you at, dude? Ooh, there's Atli.
At your service.
I know all about the Old East Path. There are spiders everywhere. Well, good thing you are the bane of them. When you kill one, another takes its place. If we are to make use of the path at all, we should fight our way through and ensure that it is still blocked at the walls of Archit. The spiders will do some work for us against the black wolves, and what the spiders don't deal with, we shall come from afore and behind with our axes and our blades, and we will fall upon them like a mighty cave coming down. Yeah, okay, seems legit. Defeat the spider. That's like a quest symbol. Is there a quest in there still that I missed? Allie just told me to kill some spiders. Oh, this hunter has something for me. A long day, friend. Use the... Oh, okay, take a nap? Sure. If you say so. Close your eyes and are lost in dreams. What is... I maybe should have read what that guy said. Yo, what the fuck? I thought I was just gonna like get rested XP. New quest instance. HAD airplane. Oh god, I need to change my name.
Listen to my words.
Okay.
I am Galadriel, the Lady of the Golden Wood. Do not be afraid, young one. Your kind is known to me, but I have beheld hobbits such as you only from afar. I will not long disturb your sleep. I can visit you in dreams for only a short time.
Okay.
I have looked into my mirror and seen much that worries me. Let me show you.
Okay, yeah. Please disrupt my sleep with worrisome visions. My favorite time to be worried is when I'm trying to sleep. Oh man, I cannot wait to see these worrisome visions. Angmar, now entering Karn Doom. Okay. I have seen lighted windows in the evil city of Karn Doom. The dread land of Angmar stirs. Shadows once stretched forth from Angmar to threaten Middle-earth. Karn Doom. I fear they will again. Alright. Yeah, I would say that was worrisome. Anytime you see a spooky looking castle with ominous music like that playing in the back, that it feels like cause to be worried. Oh, Khazad Doom. I thought that was the end of the visions. We're getting more. My mirror shows me much else I do not understand. Hey look, it's our dudes. That's the Fellowship. Oh, fly, you fool! Sick. Absolute classic. You shall not pass. Some of this may come to pass, or none of it, because it shall not pass. I made a joke and missed the last sentence of that. It was worth it. Oh. Rohan now. Weston. All of Middle-earth is endangered by the return of Sauron. Okay. This is probably like a funeral dirge, but I kind of like it. We need strength, wisdom, and courage if we are to oppose him. Men, elves, dwarves, hobbits, all free folk must stand together. And stand we shall. Lothlorien. She'd take me on a world tour. You are near to wakefulness.
Near to wakefulness.
Oh, she's taking
The last tendrils of sleep will soon release you. You ask why I wanted to show you this? It is for one reason.
Okay. Is it because I got this sick ass hat? Is that the reason? Damn, look at me.
I saw you in my mirror. Not once or twice, but often.
No way, you did?
Whether you desire it or not, your fate is tied to that of Middle-earth.
Okay, I guess. If you say so.
Do not forget my words when you awaken.
I won't, I promise.
The free peoples of Middle-earth will have need of you. You must not fail them.
I probably won't. I can't say I won't, but I can say I probably won't. Ah. Oh, to wake up inside of the body of a much taller man. Again, I didn't mean anything by that. Take it how you will. What? Oh, do I gotta talk to that guy again? Tell the hunter about your curious dream? Why? I don't even know this guy. He just told me to take a nap. Hey man, you wanna hear about this weird ass dream I had? I've never had dreams like that, friend. Yeah, man. He probably doesn't like me anymore. Okay. Let's go kill some spiders. Let's go kill some spiders. I see a lot of flies, but no spiders. The old east path. Come on, man, go in. There we go. That is a spider if I've ever seen one. Yeah. Get got, dude. Devastate him. See if the wall is still intact. This place is like all spiders. Allie wasn't kidding about that. Oh man, but I am unstoppable now. Look at how fucking stylish I am. Let's get him. Yeah. I'm gonna yell at you so bad. Small goo. Small goo. That's what they call me in this school. Oh. Oh. Game froze up a bit. It didn't like my joke. I don't blame it. I didn't either. And let these guys chill. See if the wall is still intact. Huh? It looks pretty intact, except dead Blackwood scout. He fell victim. The brigand scout met his doom. Return to John with the news. Where does this path lead? Why do we need this path? Does it just lead into our shit? Brood ambusher. Turn to John with the hopeful news. I've got news for you, John, and I gotta say, it's hopeful. It is hopeful. The lodge is this way. Where am I going? Where am I going? I gotta cross this rickety old bridge. Can't fall in the water. I don't want my hat to get wet. I love this loot. I love AJ the Airplane. I don't love his name though. He's such a stylish boy. I feel like his name doesn't fit him anymore. Now that you can't see the airplane hair.
A dead end will surely work in our favor.
That is good news. A dead end at the end of the path will work in our favor. The brigands will be slowed and they will have the spiders on their heels. I will go to Archer to rally. Sick. Oh yeah, select a thing. Dies? Violet. AJ is 100% a purple wearing fellow. Quickly, Calder Cobb is making his move against Archit. The wicked men of Angmar are lending him and the Blackwold's strength. We must go to the town's defense. Return when you're prepared. Hey John, I'm ready. The final quest in the introduction series. If you have any other quests underway, you should complete them. No, I'm good, man. Let's do this. This quest is the final quest. Let's do it. Oh, I gotta say, the burning town on the loading screen
John Brackenbrook and his hunters have reached the outskirts of Archit to find it already ablaze. A desperate struggle to save their village is about to begin. Hopefully, you have arrived in time.
Hopefully. Oh god, apparently not. John!
We have no time to lose.
Not much time. Already the town burns. We only have a short time to rest here before they see that we've broken through the east wall. I fear we are less safe by the moment. We must help my father. That's for jailing us.
We must save
we gotta
Ned.
save Ned. Otto. Like the feel of my boot, turnkey. I don't know, do you like the sound of my music in your ears? That was not a good comeback. Dear, I'm just close by. He skipped a slaughter at the Badger. You have to help him. Defend the Badger. Those Black Wolves want the Hobbit. And the Captain. I saw something in the flames. Go after him. You must save him. Oh god, Ned, no. Hey, John.
Our Chet must still be saved.
Calder Cobb and Otto's treachery were just the beginning of the battle. I fear we must find a way to the Mad Badger Inn. Peg has left us a way into the marketplace. Perhaps there's a way through there. Follow me. I'll just leave her there to mourn. She doesn't
there are
want me to
more
get
up
in the way
ahead.
of that. Oh man. You think you can mess with me? I want you to take one look at how fashionable I am. And then take a look at what you're wearing, Blackwold. You don't stand a chance. You never did. Did I bow? I should do that after every fight. Take a bow. Yes, flourish. What's up, John?
We must find my father before it's too late.
There's another way in the center of town. Okay. Go to the crafters area. Let's do it. Those black-hearted fiends have laid waste to our town.
Look, Hartley is ahead.
Yeah.
All must not be lost. Well met, friend. Is the crafting hall safe?
Oh, he doesn't have a voice. A group of Black Wolves entered that building not long ago. Sick. He joined our fellowship. Oh, I'm gonna play songs I'm so get God, dude. Play that up and boom. That's not AoE, is it? A single target. No, it's not. Nobody messes with my kinfolk. We must brace ourselves for the worst.
Although the Mad Badger burns, I still hold out hope.
You have fared well. All might be lost nonetheless. We have protected the market square. Already the Mad Badger burns. Perhaps my father is alive, but I hold little hope. Follow Atlee and me. We will defend what is left of this town to the death. Okay. I mean, to the death seems a little extreme. I have literally never been to this town before today, and I'm not convinced after the events that have occurred today that I want to stay. But just look at this.
Father,
I have
I
no
knew you would
stake in
survive.
this. I'm alive, son, but I grow weary from the fight. Does Archet fall now? This is no time for blame. We must look only to defending those who count on us for safety. I agree. I will guard the hobbits and the injured man. Can you keep the attackers at bay? They approach. Defend me! That I can do, old man. That I can do. What is defense you need? Defense I shall give. Yeah, that's right. Oh, there's one. Not a problem at all for AJ the airplane. Not a problem in the slightest. Get him. That's right. Dude, I got a loot. Never bring a sword to a loot fight, my man. Never bring a sword to a loot fight. Got him again. Did we get them all? Oh, those guys are considerably spookier than the guys that we have just fought. Cobb. You've always been blind where I am concerned, Captain, but perhaps you begin to understand me. All I know is that you betrayed your home and your peoples. You should be ashamed. Oh. Enough talk. Ondir is a servant of Mordor. Come, Dunedain. Yes, master. No! No! Not Omdir. I gave him tea. Kuldraka, finish what you came to do. Do I finally get killed, this asshole? I'll have the power. No. No!
Father! No!
Breckenbrook! You'll pay for that, Cobb. I'll see to it that you do. You won't make it out of here alive, Cobb. Not on my watch. Yeah. Defeated Calder Cobb.
What misery has befallen us? My father was right to trust no one.
This is a sad day indeed. Archet is burned, my father is dead, and the ranger was taken by evil men, if men they can be called. Now, all we do is wait for the flames to die down. Then, with luck, we may begin to rebuild our poor town. Completed the assault on Archet. Let's see. Did we get the others back to safety? Oh man.
With the Blackwall's grip on Archet broken, the hobbits hurry home to the Shire, eager to return to their simple, peaceful lives. But not all is as peaceful as it seems. Troubles stir at the bounds, and a shadow of fear is left in the wake of the Nazgûl.
That sounds rough as hell. A shadow of fear? We don't like that here, no? Nope. No fear for me, please. Let's complete this quest and get the intro done with. The storm is upon us. You'll never see me outside the bounds of the Shire again. Some Bagginses may enjoy an uncomfortable adventure, but not I. To think that I had to rely on big folk to pull me from the grips of others? You didn't help much with the way you marched us back to the Shire. AJ the airplane. Well, okay, sorry for fucking saving your life, Mondo. Fuck you, bro. finish now. You just received a milestone skill with a destination to a milestone nearby. The milestone skill will allow you to quickly... Oh, okay. Received mail. Your milestone skill can be quick slotted. You've earned your first point of reputation. Reputation will increase your standings, can be viewed on a reputation panel. Sick. Wild dies. Goo. We got all these. Awesome. Return home. That's my milestone. Okay. Post mailbox. Let's see what I got. Oh, there's a milestone. And there is Postman New Book. What does he say for me? Bundle of mail.
Please, stay a moment.
I love his voice. Oh, hello. Are you passing through? Would you be heading down to Mitchell Delving? You see, I have a satchel that must be delivered to Postmaster Proudfoot in Mitchell Delving. The reputation of the quick post service isn't what it once was, and I really want gentle hobbits through the Shire to trust in the speedy delivery of their mail. Would you mind delivering this mail for me? Aren't you the postmaster? Please deliver it as quick as you can, for he won't be happy if I get late. You're not getting it to him. Oh my god. Let's see what I've got in this mail. From Waldo Rumble. Could be used to send letters. Yeah, okay. To whom it may concern, your urgent assistance is requested for a most important matter. It was an event most peculiar and unprecedented, nor has it been like or seen or heard of living memory. You see, the point is that there was a proper planning, production, and procedures in place, and festivals have run smoothly as a result of their observance, and anyone can plainly see. We know our holidays here about as well as we know our names, and one cannot simply go around making up one's own. Not to mention the waste of otherwise perfectly good paper, ribbon, ink, and other supplies. And who shall be called upon to clean it up after the affair sorted out? I shall, no doubt. The key thing is, the party planning committee is in an uproar, you see, and they seem to think I must know what to do, or suspect unjustly I had some part in it. But I am at a loss. Hey, Phoenix Down, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me, my friend. Thank you. Mr. Waldo wants me to come and help him do a party thing. You gotta go soon, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna read this last letter and then I will be signing off for the night. Let's see, we gotta follow up with John though. John says, I have written a letter on your behalf. Others in Archet collected what they could give to you and made a nice present of it. Make certain to get the letter, read it, and then take it to Constable Thistlewool in Archet or Postman Newbuck in Little Delving. You remain in the hearts of the people of Archet, respectfully. That's awesome, John. Thank you. Let's see what he's got for me. A gift. Whoa! Wrapped horse whistle. Summon a rideable horse? Sick! Awesome. Those people of Archet really outdid themselves. Well, everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in to this stream of Latro, and as much as I want to thank you, probably what's even more important is the thanks of AJ the Airplane. Take a look at this fine, fashionable boy and know that he is happy that he's stuck with us for this stream. Thank you for venturing into Middle-earth with us. Welcome to the Shire. Can't wait for next time. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll call it there for the night. Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. It means a lot. I had a ton of fun. I hope you did too. Bye, guys.